What's up, fam? It's your boy Reggie Casual from thecasual.co, and welcome to a very special edition of the showcase. This is the Bape Legit Check Guide Part 2. It's the new definitive guide. It's better, it's quicker, and has more stuff going on. We're gonna take a look at a shark hoodie, of course, today. We're gonna do a little bit of guiding. We're gonna show you how to do all that, a fit test, and we're gonna try out a few looks you can pull off with it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. All right, so for the purpose of this guide, we got the color camo shark hoodie in red, and this is a bona fide piece straight from the store in Harajuku, Japan. So we will only be referencing this piece, but it should provide a useful guide should you want to become a legit checking machine. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this guy. First things first, always look at the quality of the entire piece. Hanging threads, frayed edges, and misprints are telltale signs that the article isn't genuine. Even if the garment is secondhand, Bape apparel does hold up to wear and tear over time. A good practice is to ask for close-ups of the inside stitching, close-ups of the zipper, and of course the tags, which we'll cover right now. Now, many a Bape head will tell you that the tags are the key, and they would not be wrong in that assumption. Each tag tells the whole story of a genuine article for Bape. And for cut and sew items, we have the logo and size tag of the inner collar and the brand tag on the sleeve. And then we have the care tags layered on the inner left, followed by the golden Bape tag. Now keep in mind, these golden tags, these golden Bape tags were added after 2008 or something like that. And I would go into more detail on each year, but honestly, you shouldn't even deal with old Bape at this point. It always re-releases. Just know that the golden guy needs to be here. So here's a little bit of tech details on each tag and what they should look like. There's the sleeve hem tag, and it should be the Bape head logo with the R on the right side of the logo. Now make sure that that logo is ingrained in your brain, because replica makers tend to get it wrong. Now if the sleeve doesn't look like this, then it's fake, it's inauthentic. Now, the back side always features the back of the ape head as well. As far as the sizing tag is concerned, make sure that it is accurately stitched on top of the garment. Now, as far as the logo and the name of the Bape, make sure that the correct kerning between the letters is present, and the sizing tag has the size on the front side and the Bape head logo on the reverse. Note that if you see that this is all stitched or a black bar is on the inside of the size label, it is inauthentic. Bape no longer uses a sewing process on the sizing tag and instead opts for print, so watch for that. Now, finally, the care labels. You should check the spacing and spelling of all of the English words on the care labels. Sometimes the replica makers get it wrong, so this is the best way to make sure that your item is authentic. Be sure to check the kerning, the space between the letters. This is often hard to replicate. Now, the one key is the 100%. The 100% marker is usually the dead giveaway in most cases. Genuine Bape has more of an oval look to its percent sign, while replicas tend to go more of a circular shape, or so I've been told. It's hard to notice at first, but it's usually there. Somebody usually gets something wrong. Finally, check the golden Bape head. Make sure that it's all sparkly and looking good, and you should be good to go. So that's it for this guy, but here are a couple of pro tips to help yourself from getting finessed. A few little extra tidbits. Number one, always buy from trusted sellers. Make sure that it's either the retail spot itself or maybe somebody who has a list of references and a long track record. Number two, always buy within the launch window. That's from the day that the launch happens of any release to about a week after. This prevents a flood of replicas hitting the market. Number three, know your releases. Follow Bape on Instagram, both Bape Japan and Bape Shibuya, maybe Harajuku. Shibuya tends to have its own updates and frequently shows different items that will be available on launch day. Number four, never pay over $500 for general release shark hoodies. They re-release all the time. Instead, opt for Japanese resellers, as they generally don't deal in fakes and have better price points altogether. You might need a proxy for that. Number five, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Bape standard sharks release in Japan for about $320, give or take, after tax. And since Bape Japan has the lowest retail price, if any site is trying to sell you new Bape hoodies for under that price, it's dead on arrival. Not even a plug will sell it to you for less than $320. If they do sell it for you $320, then they ain't making no money. They're just giving it to you, basically. So those are pretty standard tips. So those are some pretty easy things to follow, but we gotta try this guy on. We're gonna take it outside. we're gonna do a size check, and then we're gonna see what styles we can do with it. So let's go ahead and do that. Now this particular shark is an XL, and since I'm a bit on the shorter side, around 173 centimeters or around 5'8" for the Americans, we're going oversized as this is a bit big for my frame. Now I've been told that the best way to wear a Bape hoodie is to zip it all the way up to the top, to the neckline. So to appease the Bape heads, I'm doing just that. Because we got the red camo jumping off here, I've decided to go with a typical block of black in the pants, but we added some texture by making the jeans patchwork and not simply just distressed. One thing about Bape sharks that makes them great is that they work well with any type of hat. So we've added my black LA hat to the ensemble because of course I love LA and that's where I'm from. And we covered it with the hood because if you have a shark, you've got to show it off, right? Now, if you want to coordinate this right, you could get some Jordan breads of any number to finish the black and red ensemble, or you could pop it off a little bit more like I'm doing here with some Jordan Retro 4s. Now Ultra Boost and other low top sneakers can also work well here, but my favorite thing to do is pop a fit like this out. I'm switching to the Baroque Air Max 90s Wheats to contrast against the red, giving them more of a urban NYC vibe, as these particular sneakers resemble a boot without the annoyance of a boot. It really punches out the outfit and makes people notice the ensemble as a bit more unique and thought out. Of course, this isn't the only way you can wear the shark hoodie. You can always open the whole thing up, add a shirt on the inside, and accessorize to add more depth. Leather necklaces and bracelets can do very well for a more male-centric look. I tend to wear these kind of accessories to punch out my outfits more, you may have noticed in my videos. Now remember, everything has to be deliberate and about you. So this is kind of my style, and you can do your style as you please. Don't do the same style as everybody else. Find new ways to rock items that are common in different ways. Now let's talk sizing. Keep in mind a few things before we head out. This is an XL, so it's well suited for anyone with a skinny to medium build up to 190 centimeters tall or about 6'3". Now if you have broader shoulders, a larger bust, or midsection, you may need to size up. It's not always necessary. Remember, the biggest jump is from L to XL in Bape, so keep in mind that you're getting a drastic change in sizing once you hit XL. If you're my size or a few centimeters shorter or taller, a large will almost certainly suffice. You'll still get the oversized look without all the loosiness unless you're actually going for that look. So that's it. If you have anything to add or mention about legit checking or sizing or anything, mention it in the comments below. Turn your thoughts into action. And yeah, if you're watching this video close to the date that this is published, this hoodie is available on thecasual.co until it's gone, until it's just forever lost. All right, so yeah, follow up on Twitter and Instagram for more updates on Japanese street fashion and culture and guides and stuff. And if you haven't already, akai button oshite kudasai. Push that red button and keep it casual. It's your boy, yoroshiku onegaishimasu, and I'm out. Woo! I'm done. At least I didn't do that Hong Kong thing again, because a lot of people got pissed at me about the Hong Kong thing. Hong Kong and China are the same country, but they operate differently. But Japan is a different country than China. How about that?